Hey guys, I'm a health visitor in England and this video is going to be on how to wean a toddler or a child off of breastfeeding. I've posted another video minutes ago of how to wean a baby off of breastfeeding, but the video is getting too long, so this one's going to focus purely on toddler or child. Like I said in the other video, try to make sure it's something you definitely want. Nothing is completely black and white. If you only want to still offer one feed at bedtime, one feed in the morning, that's absolutely fine. Equally, if you want to completely stop, again, that's absolutely fine. You've done amazingly well to get to toddlers. That's fantastic. Toddlers and children do tend to self-wean eventually, so there's also remembering that. You might find that they're now feeding less throughout the day as it is because you're busy, and it's just that reconnection at night time. So it's about recognising when you're feeding and the patterns of when you're feeding. So what I would recommend next is starting to place some natural restrictions. So if you say, like I said, you recognise your pattern of when you're feeding. If it's when you first wake up in the morning, for example, maybe if you've got another parent in the house, they can get baby or toddler up and then go straight down to breakfast. Just trying to make that particular feed less available. Put some of your own boundaries in place. So when we leave the house, we're not going to be feeding. Mummy's not feeding when we're out the house. So, and stick to that and distract. Distraction, unfortunately, is your best friend, and it can be really difficult, but it's a habit that they need to break effectively. Like I said, if you want to give up throughout the day and continue feeding at night time or first thing in the morning, that's fine. You can do that. That's absolutely fine. You don't have to just stop. But if you want to stop, like I've said, that's fine as well. If you do want to completely wean, then don't offer the breast. Unless you are feeding a lot, an older child, you are less likely to get as engorged as you would feeding a baby. You can just not offer the breast. See if family can help at times that you would usually offer the breast, and if they can, try and just help break that habit. Around the times that you would usually nurse, offer snacks, drinks, distract, offer, and just hold your boundary. Label the emotion. I can see you're feeling really sad, but we're not, mummy's not got any milk anymore, unfortunately. If they are really struggling, what you can do is start to just try and shorten the length of the feed. So maybe say, right, we're going to sing this one song whilst feeding, and when the song's finished, that's that feed's finished. Some children can really struggle with this because it's not, as easy as just, no, there's no milk left. It can be harder for them to understand, oh, that's enough now. I have seen a couple of mums do things like putting plasters over their nipples and saying, there's no milk left, mummy's nipples are healing at the moment, they're not very well, or something like that. That works for some people. And I've also seen other people, almost like the dummy fairy, but saying, once we've done 3 or 4 days, especially this might work with an older child, we can go and pick a new toy, but you've done so well, and rewarding that behaviour. You might see increased signs of tantrums, you might see increased signs of anxiety and separation anxiety, and they might be a bit more clingy to you. Just try to ride it out. It's completely normal. They're breaking a habit and they're having to learn how to regulate themselves and their emotions where that would have been a comfort for them. That's not to make you feel guilty, because it's a hard time for mums to stop breastfeeding. When I did it, I was heartbroken. One of them took that decision away from me with a nursing strike, but your emotions will make you feel a bit more emotional, but you will come out the other side, I promise, and they will still love you as their most important person in the world. Their feelings that I felt as well. So if you've got any other questions, write them in the comments and I'll try and reply to them.